Behind the facade of exclusivity and absolute luxury lies a perfect machine that few manage to see. This isn't about freedom, but about camouflaging the reins of power. Behind the narrative of financial modernization and sovereign deregulation, the most sophisticated structure of impunity in history has been consolidated. What the public perceives as a digital innovation ecosystem is, in reality, a perfectly tripartite mechanism. A table where the interests of Silicon Valley executives, the bloody hand of transnational organized crime, and the insatiable coffers of sovereign states meet in complete secrecy. While governments feign persecution and fiscally strangle the average citizen, the upper echelons of political and financial power operate under an implicit premise: when a tide of billions of dollars is unleashed, no one is willing to miss out on their share of the feast. This report analyzes that pact of silence. The official discourse of corporate technocrats insists that digital assets are the future of financial inclusion. What they deliberately omit is the origin of that liquidity. To understand the scale of digital money laundering, one must first understand the scale of its parent industries. Digital wallets are not filled with mere tax evasion, they feed on global human carnage. In the corridors of Hollywood, multinational music labels, and global television networks, corporate power is controlled by the same consortium. Behind the glamour, high-end VIP prostitution rings serve as both entertainment for the elite and tools for blackmail and geopolitical control. Every private party, every recruitment network, and every bought silence in the upper echelons of pop culture requires invisible, immediate, and traceable funding, accessible only to those who control the system. Today, this consortium's money no longer crosses borders hidden in secret truck compartments. It is laundered through global digital mining networks and local P2P intermediaries that make coordinated microdeposits to buy stablecoins or highly liquid assets. Once digitized, the proceeds of violence travel at lightning speed across borders, eluding Interpol in a matter of seconds. However, the gap widens even further when we move beyond public blockchain networks and delve into the architecture of privacy-focused cryptocurrencies, with Monero leading the way. Through ring signatures and hidden addresses, this technology completely conceals who sends, who receives, and how much is transferred. It's an absolute black box. This unbreakable mathematical anonymity has become the gold standard for dark web black markets. It is here that money laundering directly intersects with a humanitarian horror: international human trafficking networks. The transnational criminal organizations that operate these clandestine forums no longer accept ordinary bank transfers. They use this architecture to finance complex logistical operations. From paying recruitment networks in vulnerable countries and funding trafficking routes, to selling child abuse material on encrypted servers immune to law enforcement raids. The true crime of the tech corporations and financial entrepreneurs who promote the complete deregulation of these assets is not only fiscal, it is humanitarian. By pressuring governments not to audit cold wallets, Silicon Valley and Wall Street become the silent enablers who ensure the economic viability of 21st century slavery. Behind every clean interface and every rising stock chart lies a network that processes human suffering. The official narrative of Western governments is always the same: they present themselves as concerned guardians, pursuing digital crime. It's a cynical farce. The nations of the world actively participate in the liquidity injected by black capital through three mechanisms of pure political hypocrisy. First, structural impunity. The same states that tax the average worker design tax amnesties and special regimes for large technology investments. As long as that money serves to buy sovereign bonds or inflate GDP, central banks turn a blind eye. The state is interested in the money that comes in, not the trail of blood it leaves behind. Second, espionage and illicit intelligence funds. The underworld of cryptocurrencies and privacy coins is the preferred tool of state intelligence agencies. Modern international espionage, the mass hacking of critical infrastructure, corporate sabotage, and the purchase of weapons on the black market for covert operations are financed through these channels. Cryptocurrencies gave intelligence agencies what they had always wanted: the ability to move illicit funds globally with plausible deniability before their respective legislatures. Third, seizures as spoils. The press conferences in which governments announce the confiscation of billions in crypto assets conceal an open secret. States have become the largest holders of tokens on the planet. They don't destroy them, they auction them off, liquidate them, or hold them in their own public coffers, legitimizing the spoils of organized crime as state funds. The modern state prefers to maintain a state of simulated war. They attack the weakest link in the chain to feign control in the eyes of the public, while those who wield political, corporate, and banking power sit at the same table when the main course is control of the world's money supply.
This is what the powers that be want you to see. The success, the glamour, the immaculate facade of global capitalism. But what they'll never show you is the cost of maintaining that status. Welcome to the basement of the world.